Major breaking news in Pittsburgh.
A hospital shooting.
We have several people shot inside Western Psych. Lives have been lost.
Police have surrounded buildings in Oakland.
Schools and colleges nearby are under lockdown. A very scary situation. We're talking to people caught in the middle of it all.
Breaking news coverage you can count on right now at 5.
Live, local, late breaking. Channel 11 News starts with breaking news.
Oakland under siege. A gunman opened fire inside Western Psych this afternoon. A police officer is among the wounded this evening. Police now believe there was just one single gunman.
And now that suspect is dead. Here's the very latest for you. At least 9 people shot. 2 of them are dead, including the suspect. An officer was heard grazed by a bullet. Western Psych, the nearby University of Pittsburgh, and other schools are under lockdown or were under lockdown. This all began inside Western Psych in Oakland, and it has blocked off nearby streets and created terror for people working and living in that area. We have several reporters who have been breaking into programming with us all day, giving you the very latest. We begin our coverage with Rick Earl, who's live right at the scene there. Rick?
Well, Peggy, it was a very tense situation here earlier today. When I arrived on the scene, police officers were telling us to get back, to stay back. They suspected there might be another shooter on the loose. Turns out there was not. There was only one shooter involved here at this point, and that shooter is now dead. Of course, a total of 9 people shot, 7 people wounded and are now being treated at Presbyterian Hospital. 2 people are dead. 2 of the 9 are dead, including the shooter.
When we heard about it, time seemed to stop.
A newborn baby kidnapped from the hospital. Every minute feeling like a lifetime for his frightened family.
Somebody got my baby, please, God, please, return my grandson.
We were with police tracking down every lead.
And there when they put someone in cuffs. Right now, the search for baby Bryce.
Breaking news coverage starts right now.
Live, local, late breaking. Channel 11 News starts with breaking news.
Somebody got my grandson, please return my baby, God, please.
A tearful and desperate plea after a newborn baby is taken right from the hospital by a stranger wearing hospital scrubs. We've been breaking into programming all afternoon.
And we are certainly hoping that our coverage will help reunite the family with missing Bryce Coleman. We have several reporters working right now to bring you all of the angles in this story. 4 of them will be live in the next few minutes. But we begin tonight with Vince Sims, our first reporter at McGee. Vince?
Yes, we've been here live at McGee since this all went out. And when we first got here, we made it here and we saw police still swarming here to McGee Women's Hospital with their sirens and lights going as they've been searching for this missing 3-day-old little baby. Take a look. This is the picture. This is the baby they want you to see. This is the picture. I was able to talk with his grandmother, and she told me that his name is Bryce Coleman.
It's a controversial program that keeps airlines flying into rural communities, including here in Pennsylvania.
And our investigator Rick Earl flew on one of those flights to find out, is this why we're broke? Rick.
Well, David, it's called the Essential Air Service Program. The money comes from a tax the FAA charges foreign flights when they fly into U.S. airspace. Now, we bought 2 tickets and boarded a flight to Venango County to see who's using the service and if it's worth it. We arrived at the Cleveland airport before dawn and checked in for our flight. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and we are at Cleveland Airport. In just about a half hour, we're going to get on board that plane and fly over to Franklin. The plane seats 19 people. There are a lot of empty seats, 7 passengers in all, including me.
Now, a Channel 11 special. Pittsburgh goes for the gold. They've dreamed of this moment.
I have been dreaming about going to the Olympics since I was 3.
Trained for it since they were kids.
It's what I sacrificed for.
Through the tears, through the triumph.
Even if you have epilepsy, it doesn't mean that you need to resign.
Now, they have one mission, one golden goal.
I can picture myself on the podium. We're looking to medal. That's our goal.
I hate that silver medal.
Not gonna be satisfied going to medal.
The entire world is watching as Pittsburgh goes for the gold.
We're less than 30 minutes away from the opening ceremonies at the Olympics.
For the next 2 weeks, we will be watching the world's elite athletes compete in London, and Western Pennsylvania will be well represented. Target 11 investigates what is being billed as a modern-day gold rush. Marcellus shale drilling has already made some folks in our area a lot of money. But some claim the process, known as fracking, is to blame for their water woes. Target 11 investigator Rick Earl has been talking to people on both sides of this issue. And Rick, what did you find out?
Well, Peggy, this has divided neighbors in some communities. On one side, residents who claim the drilling is destroying their water. On the other side, landowners and drillers who say it's perfectly safe and there's no scientific evidence linking fracking to contamination. And now they have a brand new study they say proves their point.
The DEP says this is aesthetic. We can drink this. We can have coffee later. And
Kim McAvoy began having well water problems at her home in Connequeness in Butler County last summer. Today, it is nearly dried up.
But there it goes. I'm not even getting a gallon of water. I'm done. I lived here 16 years, and the only thing I know that's changed in my environment is these gas wells.
The gas wells began popping up last year. So did water complaints from other neighbors.
Turned on the bathroom sink water and foam come out.
We finally have a verdict in the Jerry Sandusky case. Everyone wants to know, what did the jury decide? Here it is. Here it is, 45?
45 counts guilty.
45 counts?
45 counts, only 2 not guilty.
Okay. Jerry Sandusky was found guilty on 45 counts. 45 counts he was found guilty, only 2 not guilty counts of indecent assault. Renee Kaminsky, who was in the courtroom, says Jerry was stunned. 45 counts, Jerry Sandusky was found guilty.
He encountered several individuals in South Florida who he confided in regarding his criminal activity. He admitted his identity, and he gave he was cooperative when he was arrested.
Ken Conius was arrested inside this Pompano Beach, Florida home early Tuesday morning. I went inside the house here and talked to a lady who rented him a room. Well, how long has he been renting a room here?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay. Can we see his room?
This was his room.
Wow.
We cleaned it up.
This woman told me Conius rented a room in her brother's home in this section of Pompano Beach, surrounded by other small homes and just blocks away from a main road. She says a friend brought Conius to this home where the windows are covered with aluminum foil about 2 weeks ago. Said they had been dating and he needed a place to stay. They didn't know too much about him. What did you know about him? What did he do during the day?
He didn't do nothing but stay in that room.
Did he pay you?
He didn't pay me.
Did he pay anybody?
Guess his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That took $30,000 from him in the hotel.
You know, he did seem to have like a funny look or something about himself, but everyone looks kind of funny to me.
They showed us the small room they rented to him, with a bed, a dresser, a small television, and a radio on the floor. Early Tuesday morning, they say police knocked on their door and wanted to talk to the man. They say the man admitted he was Ken Conius. They were shocked to find out he was wanted for murder and robbery in Pittsburgh.
I have no idea. No. He was very nice. Respectable. He didn't bother nobody. He didn't have company.
And the situation, I think it's horrible, you know. I mean, sad.
They say Conius had only been here for about 2 weeks, and again they say he told them he was only passing through and needed a place to stay on his way to Jamaica. In Pompano Beach, Florida, Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
Well, we are gearing up for the London Olympic Games by bringing you more exclusive stories about local people with personal ties to the Olympics. Brookline native Susie McConnell-Serio won 2 medals in women's basketball. Well, this week, she told Channel 11's Albie Oxenreiter, even though it's been more than 20 years, she remembers it like it was yesterday.
And the feeling I had is one you wish every athlete could experience, because I don't think there's any greater moment of being in the Olympics and representing your country. It's a dream come true.
These days, Susie McConnell-Serio is the head women's basketball coach at Duquesne.
Okay, what team?
And runs a basketball camp in the offseason. Her life has been filled with great basketball memories. McConnell was a star in high school and at Penn State, and she both played and coached in the WNBA. But at the top of her list are the Olympics.
I remember the moment like it was yesterday. We jumped on top of each other knowing we had just won the gold medal game.
Susie also has a vivid memory of what came next, the medal ceremony.
I just remember, I got tears in my eyes standing on that platform, hearing our national anthem. It took on a whole new meaning. When you're representing your country, it's just a sense of pride. It's an unbelievable experience.